Da, da, da. All right. We'll do Afghanistan tonight. All right, let's see here. Start brainstorming. Um, turn my pull my chat up on my phone so I can see, maybe reply, but I don't want to hear myself. No, thank you. Oh, where's the new guy from? We had a new guy from last night, and he has a radio voice. Like he sounds like he's about to introduce like Deadliest Catch for Discovery Channel, and it's cool as shit. And he was flying the Apache last night. Uh, I think he was either the pilot or CPG. I can't remember. All right, Beetle, I gotta make a mission. I need to do either Afghanistan or Iraq. I don't know what to do. I don't want to do Persian Gulf right now because everybody's gonna be doing Persian Gulf. We'll stick with Afghanistan. Let's see. We'll do Bagram.
Yeah, I'm flying the Afghan right now.
We'll do. Um, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. See, this is the hard part is figuring out which freaking map to do. All right, we're gonna change this over. Let's go to Iraq. We got 3 people watching. If the 3 people watching have any specific mission editor questions, feel free to type it out. I'll do the best I can. Da-da. All right. Let's see here. I'll figure out where we want to start. Mosul. We've not been up to Mosul. Where to start? Where to start? Let's do this. There's 8 nautical miles. Blue. Yeah, see, this is the hard part is figuring out where to start, what map to use, and what the mission is. Let's see, so we'll do, let's do blue or red, blue, red. All right. So these are going to be helo bases that we're operating out of. These are going to be the objectives. What objectives? We don't know yet. Let's see. Balad is 32 miles. So Balad will be blue. This is going to be for CAS aircraft, C-130s, A-10s, if we're going to be operating in around here, A10s it's only 30 or 40 miles. Means your A10s don't have to fly 3 hours to get on site. Um, we'll do, let's see. We'll make this blue. We'll operate cap out of here. This will all be red still. So just for now, red. Okay. So I'm setting up to have cap operate out of this base and do bar cap essentially between all of this and area of operations. Let's see. Strike. We'll do some long distance, some long flight strikes for the F-16s, F-15s. We'll do them out of H3. Let's see. Naval guys. So this is the hard thing with Iraq. If you're doing anything off the carrier, you got one option down here, one option up here, which they're flying through Iran, depending if you care or not. So this is a pretty long flight. This is 330 miles, roughly 300 miles. So you can either put a carrier out here, offer your guys a deep strike off the carrier. You can have a divert base right here, and then they can work out of the same operations, or make them fly even further, do operations up here, but we'll worry about that later. Um, so let's see. Go ahead and I'm going to do some tactical Apaches and Kiowas out of Altaj. We're going to set up some air defenses here and have them work on eliminating the air defenses. That way they can fly into the river. They can hit this little channel right here. Kiowa can sneak in. Apaches can shoot from cover. I mean, they could fly and sneak into this area and shoot Hellfires. Be pretty easy. So let's see. I'll go to my templates. I'm not historical. I use different templates. Don't care what country they say. So I've got a SA2 site saved. Let's see, we'll plop this down here. So this is going to be for the fixed wing seed guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to label this Al, let's see, we'll do 001, Al, Salam, Sam, and then I'm going to click off of it. I'm going to highlight it, Control C, Control V, paste it. It sequences it number 1. I'll delete this, and then I'll place that there. And so now we've got your group name, and you've got your unit name. And so if you're going to daisy chain another SAM site off of this unit, I will go in and take the track radar. I'm going to add to I'm going to do SAM1 trigger, and I'll save this for later. So when I start doing triggers and actions, I can do this unit dead, which is the track radar, group activate, and I can activate the second SAM site. So we'll give them a SA2. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw in, let's see, give them an SA6 site. And so see, this is already 01. Al-Salam Sam 2. And then I can even, while we're at it, there's the cub. Delete that, Sam 2, trigger, and then save that for later. This is going to be late activate. So, hold on. What is it? Okay. So now we're going to go make a quick trigger and action for these two SAMs. This one's going to be live from the start. This one is going to be late activation. Go over here, new event, just do this. Al Salam Sams. We do new one condition. This is going to be unit damaged. And then there it is. There's our unit. That's the track radar for the first SA2 site. And we're going to do new action, group activate. And there's the second. That's the SA2. So now, when your seed guys come in and they kill this radar, this will spawn in. And that's how you get just kind of daisy chain. And you can daisy chain as many SAM sites as you want. Just remember to label everything so it's easy to find. So we'll save this, and what I'm going to do here is on this first SAM site, I'm going to go in and I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of shore red. So I'll add an extra unit right here. We're going to see, let's see, air defense. Don't want to make it super difficult. Don't want to make it super easy. We'll go ahead and change this to red. Joint Task Force red, then you have everything available. Everything stays the same. This is all the same. So now we can go down. Let's see. Don't want to do F-Save 15. We'll do a 19. Kind of move it over here. Yeah, right there. Do one. Let's see. We'll do an IR shore rad. Do SA9 Strela. Where'd it go? Let's see. Put this one right here. Not completely hidden, but if you get the right angle, you can kill it or see it. So this is done. So the SAM defense part is done. We'll leave it at that for now. Go ahead and Control S. We'll save it. Um, Iraq 001 just for now. All right. So now we're going to start doing some AAA nest. I'll go over here. Just go start on the field. Let's see. We'll change this to AAA air defense. Let's see. Oh, ZU-23 encampment. Do a little Z. Let's see. Nope. ZU-57. Do a couple infantry guys.
I wish I bought that 15.
The F-15. Do what, Beetle? Which one?
The Eagle.
Yeah. Let's see. Add a little. truck. Oh, wrong thing. Where'd my truck go? There it is. All right, let's see. Add a little technical. All right, so now we're going to go to our move tool, multi-selection tool, highlight these, click on move. I'm going to hit Control C. We'll come down here, Control V. Use this to manipulate it. And put one over here. Put one about right here. I'll just put one out. Let's see. Put one right there. So there's the triple A. Go ahead and save. All right. Let's see, what else are we gonna do? Go ahead and give the guys strike guys another target. So we'll do air defense. Go ahead and put a radar unit down. Don't need waypoints on that. All right, so there's a target for something. Go ahead and add some aircraft for targets. Let's see where we want to put them. Do a row right here. Let's do this. Let's do some. We're gonna do the other targets from statics. Do some planes. Let's see. MiG. Do some 25s. I do a lot of copy paste. Copy paste. Make this into ground vehicle. Put a fuel truck. We're gonna put a fuel truck right here. Again, copy paste. Structures. Asset packs. Some of this stuff, they're not going to notice from 30,000 feet, but still. Do this, dude. So move this. Copy, paste. That's under ground vehicles. Okay, so we'll do. So now that we got that set, we'll go ahead and do this. Just multi-select tool, select all that, or Control C, then click on Move. Do these two right here. Let's see. Come down over here. Do one right here. So two right there. So that's four. I'll go right here. Alright, so those will be, let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six. We'll do two more. So it's 8 targets, so either two ship flights or one 4-ship flight. 2 targets apiece. Alright, let's save that. Alright, so that airbase is set. Now, what we're going to do is add some of the helos. Do, let's just say, Saber flight. Parking hot. Do Saber 1-1. Let's see, we'll do 260. Go down here. Make this 116. And I don't know why I just have it. I just do all these the same. There's no issues. 116. And then 260. Alright, we'll go down. We'll do 30 on all these. And this will be interflight 31. Alright, load out. On the Apaches, helos, always defuel. Don't give your Apache pilots 100% fuel. Drop it down to at least 80%. I've got mixed load, Hellfires, laser guided, 80% fuel. Give them the fire control. All right. So there, we'll do two of them, a two-ship flight. Add some waypoints for them. We'll do nav. So nav to river. To infill. All right, let's see. So there's the kill zone. So keep this in mind. We'll do a waypoint for them to navigate to here. Nav to recon. So if this is the maximum kill zone, measure it. 3 nautical miles. When I do helos, we'll go to metric. So 9 clicks out, or 9 to 10 clicks out. So this is a nav to recon point. I'm going to tell my guys at this waypoint they need to start slowing down and coming to a stop. And then I'm going to add an extra waypoint right here. So add, put it right here, recon. This is their recon position. You instruct your Apache pilots that they don't go past the recon point. If they stay at this recon point and don't go past it, they can't get shot in the face. So this is essentially keeping them out of the death circle. You can shoot Hellfires from 6 clicks out, 7 clicks out. You can kill all of this without going into the kill zone. So this right here gives them a point where they got a little freedom. They can move around here, but this essentially gives them a point to stop and sling Hellfires from a stationary position. Um, if you have a Kiowa in here, you can literally have the Kiowa sitting in here somewhere lasing targets, and you can send Hellfires blindly from cover back here perfectly fine. So now I'm going to give the Apaches a waypoint on the airfield. Click land refuel, uh, airfield. Label everything. So later on, when I'm going through and I'm making knee boards, all I have to do is write out my flight information on my notes, and I click these and I write my waypoints down based off this information. That way you don't have to go and find each waypoint, click on it. So, all right, so that's added. Then we're going to go ahead and just give them, since this would be a simple mission, they come in here and they're responsible for clearing all this stuff out. What we'll do is now we'll just give them a waypoint home, home. That's kind of it. That's the easy Apache part. So now we'll add the Kiowa. We'll do outcast flight. Place this. All right. There's our little Kiowa. Deployment. I always like the deployment gear better. Go over here, grab our livery. Um, let's see, defuel down to about 70%, maybe a little more. Let's see, what did we want? The Hellfire and gun. So if we do Hellfire and gun, we drop the fuel a little more, 50% fuel, and it's maxed out. It's 99%. It's can't get any fatter. Go and tune the radio. So I did 116 on the Apache VHFs. This one defaults just to be safe. Let's see, 116, 116, 116. It's just bad habit. This will go back. What was our 260 for operational comms? So I'll do operational comms on VHF. That way, if Apaches need to talk to fixed wing guys, they can. It's easy. AWACS will generally be on there. Kiowa, let's see, we'll do 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. And this doesn't really matter. There's no other Kiowas. So I know there's multiple FM radios. I set them all that way. Guys have multiple buttons on SRS. They hit them, it still comes through. Um, so we'll give the Kiowa waypoints. It's kind of same thing. Zero that out. Nav to river. Infill. Point. And oh, clicked off of it. I wish they would get rid of this save as thing. Okay. Add. Recon. Don't necessarily need to put a waypoint 3 nav to recon for the Kiowa. And same thing. We'll put this here. Landing. Airfield. And then another one back up. Landing home. So here's what I'm going to do though. We'll save this. So let's roughly 13 clicks back to the airfield. What we can do is over here somewhere, we can find us a little spot and we can put a little cargo vehicle. We'll see that's pretty solid. Alpha supply. Alright, so I got these little cargo vehicles. I'm going to put them right here. Just kind of out of the way. We'll put us a helicopter port. Oh, visible fart. And that way the guys, if the Apaches, if they need to rearm, refuel, they can make a very short hop right out here. They can rearm, refuel, they can head back in. They don't have to fly all the way back out. And it's a good idea if you're going to put this in. So one of our fixed wing guys doesn't kill it. Go ahead and go in this, perform command, immortal, invisible, and then set option, disperse under fire, turn that off. And so now these guys won't die and they won't move. So they'll stay there, can't kill them. So kind of foolproof. Murphy's Law, if it can happen, it will happen, right? If you leave it if you don't make it immortal, I guarantee you, if you have 20 something people in here, they're gonna fly. Someone will fly over here and kill those two little trucks. All right, so that's the Apache and Kiowa mission. So I mean, that's a solid mission for a night right there for 3 people. Um, Now we're gonna add the F-16s to help out with this. So we will put our seed flight close. Go over here. We'll add a couple of Vipers. Weasel flight. F-16. Let's see. Special treatment for my F-16 guys. Put them in little hangars. Sorry, I'm biased. Attack off parking hot. Seed. Let's see. We'll do. Don't really need this for doing. You do not need the ECM pod for doing seed work. And if you're wild weaseling and you're flying at Mach Jesus, you don't need the pod. Swap that out with fuel. I'll put tankers in so the guys can load up 4 harms. If we get more seed guys, we'll knock them down to 2 harms apiece with tanks. Let's see. So we'll go ahead and set comms. We'll do. So we said operational comms is 260. So on the UHF, we'll do 260. Come in here. We'll put this will be interflight 125.50 for interflight. If you want, you can go in here and put it up here 260 UHF 125.5 VHF. I usually will put certain information sometimes in the group names. If someone is in mission, they click on you on the F10 map, this will be displayed on the map if for some reason they don't have knee boards. Alright, so that's done. We'll do 2-ship flight. We'll give them guys a home waypoint to start with. Nope, landing. Uh, Balad Air Base. Alright, give these guys a waypoint over here to the airfield. Land and refuel. Airfield. And then what we'll do is we'll have these guys coming in from the north. So I like to go up here. I'll put them in approach waypoint. This will be Balad approach. We'll do this at 5,000. Oh, no, that's meters. I don't know what meters it is. I'll just leave it there for now. We'll come down here, put one on the airfield. Balad runway 14. So again, going back to making your knee boards. When you're making knee boards, you can just find your waypoints and leave them at that. You can write them down as you go. Save. So that seed flight is now done. So there's a 2-ship seed flight. If you're making a mission, you want to have backups, go ahead and make it a 4-ship flight. I will make these 4-ship flights, but I'll only sign them up in pairs. I like to work guys in 2-ship flights, but good rule of thumb, if you need extra slots, make them 4-ship. That way you have room to expand if you get more sign up than expected. All right, so that is a seed flight F-16's done. So now we need to add, we're going to add strike. It'll be a long strike. Let's see, it's 400 kilometers. In fixed wings, go back to, so it's 230 miles. So let's do this, will be F-15 Strike Eagle. Mud Hen Flight. To F-15E. Client.
Hello?
Hello.
There we go.
What up?
Not much. Funny, my computer's all set up. DCS installed, so it's looking nice.
Nice. All right. I'm just streaming and making a mission. On these guys, we go ahead and I'll load out some of the stuff. Do AMRAM. Yeah, I'm just making a little Iraq mission for the YouTube. Fuel tank. You get DCS and everything downloaded?
Yeah, DCS, all my games, drivers, Steam, NVIDIA stuff. Dialed in all the settings for DCS.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Da-da.
I can definitely gain some FPSs.
I would hope so. Let's see. Get these guys.
Now, I didn't realize AMD's got that option so you can do studio mode or game mode. So studio mode is where it does the um, hyper threading. So you have 8 cores but 16 threads, whatever. And then game mode, it just locks it to the 8 cores for gaming. So that's kind of nice.
Nice.
And then I built my old PC kind of because I had a power supply. I had an extra 1,000 watt power supply that I got for free with my 5090. And then with my bundle that I bought, the AMD bundle, I got a free case. So I built him my old PCs. I took my old PC and added my, remember I had a 3080 Ti, so I gave him my 3080 Ti. Just had to buy an extra hard drive for myself.
Nice. Target 4. Sorry, I'm listening. I'm typing.
Yeah,
Target.
you've got to teach.
Yep.
Teacher's got to teach.
So if you're watching, what I'm doing is I'm going through and I'm putting in for the Strike Eagles a waypoint on every target. I'm zeroing out the altitude and labeling everything. So that's target what 5. Did I fuck that up? Target 4, target 5. I got target 6. And then 7 and 8. Alright, so the Strike Eagle flight, all their waypoints are done. They're all labeled. We'll add them an exfil. We'll have them come out to the south. Have them fly out here. We'll put a tanker.
I'm watching your screen share, but I don't see anything move. It's just showing main base. Oh, there we go.
Hang on.
Oh, it's showing minimized. There we go.
Alright, tanker. So I'm going to leave this loose because I'm going to put a tanker out here somewhere. We'll put this back to H3. We'll do H approach. Landing. Alright, so back up a second. We're going to label this H3 approach. That's runway 29. H3 29. Alright. So Strike Eagle flight is done. So that's the strike flight. Now I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with smaller helos. So I don't know if I want to do like cast response or do a freaking HVT capture. I got 5 people watching. If I had to do a small helicopter mission with Blackhawks, Little Birds, and Apaches, possibly Chinooks, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? don't know. Maybe we can go in and get Saddam. Where is the palace? This isn't the palace though, right? This was just like the headquarters where the arches were. Where are my history guys at? Where's Saddam's palace?
I can Google it real quick.
Yeah. Try and look it up too. Oh, how many people are in here? Oh shit. Hey, I mean,
Alright,
you guys don't have to
Damn, that
dog
was quick.
you don't have to stay muted. If you guys have questions, fucking it. You guys can
I
ask them.
I was muted earlier because I was putting the kid down.
All right.
I just jumped back in. Alright,
Wonder if Google Maps.
it's called the well,
Okay, no, I can find it now.
there's
I think I
multiple locations.
yeah. I'm looking. Oh, yep. I found one of them. Okay, so this is one of them right here. All right. We can do this. So we can land and drop. We can drop special forces off right here and have them spawn in and walk around and go into here and despawn. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark. Well, let me see. Google Maps. Was there another one? Republican. Oh, here's the Republican Palace. That'll get. Okay. Yeah. So. All right. So we're gonna mark this. We'll do a. We're gonna do a capture. Nope, not that. Structures. IP tower. Neutral that out. So this is where we're gonna drop, guys. I might be able to clear these trees out. Let's see. Let's do this. So this is how, if you need to clear trees, this is the simplest way. So place you a little trigger zone down. Knock it down a little bit. We're gonna call this tree removal 1. Make it quad point. Do this. Do this right here. We'll just go ahead and get rid of all them trees. All right, so I've got that. No, it's not symmetrical. So we'll go over here. Easiest thing to do, new event, tree removal. We'll move this up to the top. Go to the middle, condition, time, more. We'll do 1. This is 1 second. Go down here to scenery, remove objects, zone. Tree removal, and you have an option here, remove everything, so anything that is built into the map gets removed, or I'm doing trees only. So that's top trigger. As soon as the mission starts, it'll remove all the trees in this zone. So we'll hit play, save, and see, it already did it. I'm just kidding. America. Yeah, I figured we probably won't do Persian Gulf right now because I think everybody's gonna be doing Persian Gulf. Okay, so back, spectators, F10, go to the IP tower. You see the trees are gone. IP tower to look around. So all I'm doing, I'll put the IP tower there, especially during editing. You can click on it and then you just hit you hit F12 and it puts you on the IP tower or a static object. So see, perfect. There's the palace. That's some very uneven ground. See, now we can just look, okay, where's a better spot? That little road right there. I think we could put down some little birds on that little road. Oh, we could put down on the roof. All right, Ash, I have a mission for you, a testing. Set you up a little single player and go see if you can land the little birds on that roof without the thing catching on fire. Ash? You guys hear me? Hello. Hello. What happened? Now I have... I seem to have lost my Discord. Stand by. All right, can y'all still hear me on the stream? Someone in the comments let me know if you can hear me in the stream. All right, well, my Discord won't connect. Test, 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 test. All right, well, I've lost all audio. All right, stand by. I've completely lost Discord. It's just sitting here saying RTC connecting for whatever reason. I'm in the room, but I can't connect. Hello?
Yo,
No.
welcome
There
back.
he is.
I don't know what that was. Like I was sitting here talking to you guys and nobody was replying, and then I'm like I looked and it said RTC connecting and it was orange. And I don't know how many times I disconnected and reopened it and turned it off, blah, and it wouldn't connect me to the room. All right, Ash, I was asking if you could hop on Iraq and see if you could land on that building.
Yeah, give me a minute. Let me.
You don't have to do it
Are we,
right now. You don't have to do it right
what
now.
what are y'all flying?
Well, I'm doing a mission, like right. I'm making a mission on Iraq, and we found one of Saddam's palaces modeled, and so I'm gonna see if he can go and land the little bird on the roof
Yeah.
without the building catching fire.
Uh,
Don't judge, but I'm gonna jump in. If I do it, I'll jump in a Black Hawk. I can fly the little bird. I don't like it.
No, that's
I'll jump
fine.
in. I can jump in one. Whatever y'all got.
No, that's that. Well, no, I was just saying on mission editor, like single
Oh
player.
yeah, I can't do
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, I've built most of this mission so far. Now I'm doing like the tactical helo stuff. So
Alright, let me.
we found Saddam's palace.
Alright, Cat, you're gonna have to move. So when I sit on my computer and I'm working on flat screen, the cat sits in my gaming chair. And then when I want to fly, I have to flip up with him. He's so high maintenance.
I was sitting there, I was like, man, y'all can ask questions. Y'all don't have to mute. And like nobody was saying shit. I'm like, all right.
Well, it was funny because I heard you talking and I was watching your stream, and then all of a sudden I just noticed the room got quiet, and I was like, "Is anybody still here?" And then
right? Like, well,
Go-
everybody
go-
was muted.
yeah, and then Dog Nuts is like, "Yeah, I'm here. I was just muted. I was like, you just kind of like dropped, like your stream stopped working for me, and it was just weird."
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like, I was in the room, but it disconnected me from the room for some
All right, so
reason.
where is this palace of his?
All right, so if you zoom in where you see where it says Baghdad, right?
Okay.
If you drag and look, it's going to be 1.5 clicks at 265, 264 from the lettering in Baghdad. And it's, you'll see there's like a little road, T road on the east side of it.
So this is in Iraq.
So it's MB48 on the grid.
All right, hold on. I'm loading into it now. Or mission editor.
So if you Google, if you hit Google Saddam's Palace Baghdad, it'll show you exactly where I'm talking about, and you can see it on the map.
All right, so I'm looking at where it says Baghdad.
So now put your ruler on the letter B and drag and go 264 for 1.5 clicks. You'll see a kind of rectangle building. You'll see a couple ponds next to the right of it.
Okay, yeah, I see. Is it like a...
Right to the left of the building is a T road turned on its side. Right?
All right, so it's down by the river, right?
No. So it's, if you hold on, let me give you a better.
This is between Baghdad International and Al Salam.
No.
Right.
I'm talking about the. If you look up, it's between Go to the letters Baghdad, not on the airfield, right? I'm talking about the little blue. Yeah, and you'll see the big, like the big where the statues are, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so go from where the statues are, and you see where it has like a chicken's foot, where it's a half circle pond, and then it's got the 3 lines coming off of it pond. Or I tell you what, just zoom into the letter Baghdad, right?
Okay.
Now you got your ruler with your heading on it. So click on
hold on.
B.
Let me switch to metric.
Yes.
All right. 254.
264.
264.
For 1.5 kilometers.
264 for 1.5. All right. Okay. Got it.
And you see right to the left of it, you have a road that's like a T, but it's turned to the right, rotated right.
Correct.
Perfect.
Correct.
Yep. That's his palace. That's one of them.
All right. I'll drop a Black Hawk right beside.
So I don't want, that's a pretty short flight. So that's.
So you just want to make sure we can land on it without killing ourselves.
Well, not just make sure we can land on it, and if we like at least a little bird, like if you can land it, I just want to see if the building catches fire when you set down on top of it, right? Or does it maintain its composure?
Yeah.
So this is, that's too long.
What's going on?
What up?
What up, Otang?
What up? Yeah.
Mission
What up,
making.
Alright, jumping in now.
I just gotta figure out where we're gonna start from, because this is too short of a flight, and this is too long of a flight.
So, hey, Tex, is it okay if I clear out the fourth Monday, or fourth Friday?
Yes.
Okay. Because I've got something percolating, and I want to get it.
Sign up going.
Yeah.
No problem. All right, let's see. Where are we gonna start?
So I started.
Anything going on tonight?
No, I'm just hanging out, and
Mm.
I might hop down to training, but I was just hopping on and doing some mission making, and if anybody wanted to join and watch and ask questions and work on stuff. I was gonna fly, but my eyes hurt. I don't want to sit in VR tonight.
Mm.
I need to fly more, because that's what happens. I don't fly during the week, and I'll fly once on the weekend for like 5 hours, then my head hurts the rest of the weekend. All right, I don't know where to start us at. Let's see. Already come through there. Fuck it. We'll just do it here for sake of making missions. Alright, we'll do.
Yeah, I can't remember which ones.
What is a good call sign?
Alright, there you go, Tex.
Oh, jolly. Did it work?
Yep, we're sitting on top of it. Looks like there's a couple of spots to land too.
Perfect. Oh, perfect. Yep.
I think you could even get a Chinook up there. You could Black Hawk up above.
Alright. If you really want to test now, see if you can drop some troops off on the roof.
Okay.
Oh, you're live?
I'm live, and I'm streaming on YouTube and in here. Or no, I'm not streaming in here anymore. I was, but it booted me out of the room, and it took me a while to notice. Let me see. Share screen. Okay. All right. So, yeah, we were sitting here, and I'm like talking, and nothing was going on. And then it took me a while, and I switch over to Discord, and I look, and like I'm not connected to the room anymore. I was like, what the fuck? And it wouldn't come back on. I couldn't get it to come back. All right, Jolly Flight. We'll do this is going to be the DAP's client. All right. We'll do parking hot. 260 Jolly.
How many does Black Hawk actually hold? Do we know?
Like I wouldn't put more than 6.
I think that's usually what I do, but because I think the Huey can hold, they can only hold 6 to 8, I think.
Yeah.
But all
Yeah,
right.
I wouldn't do more than I want to see if the guys will get off on the roof. The one mission we did in Syria, right, where we landed on top of the high rise, I was animating it, and I got the guys. They would spawn on the helicopter pad, and when they would run down the stairs, but when they would get off the stairs, they would fall straight through the building to the ground. And I was like, that's not gonna work. It kind
That's
of works.
funny.
They just disappear.
All right, see what we got.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what?
D.
Why is my window out of? Oh dear God, why does that? What the fuck?
And there's the The joys of DCS, it's just completely unresponsive. It's not even giving me a crash. It doesn't even show that it's frozen. Is it? Like, what is going on? No, it's... My DCS is so froze up, it's not even... It doesn't even know it's frozen yet. Alright, well, give me a minute. Oh, there's the crash report. Hold on.
Is this on your laptop?
Yeah. I clicked on shit too fast. So I'll restart real quick. Don't even send the crash report because I've got mods. Alright, stand by. Yeah, I made it think too hard and it stroked out. I got a graphics card on the server. I could install DCS on the server and stream and do my classes from there.
Alright, let's see if they fall to their death. So they kinda made it.
Right?
2 were on the roof-ish, and the other 4 ended back up on the ground.
So if we can keep them from running anywhere,
So,
I would have them, like, we could have them spawn in, right? And then just have them despawn. So what I did, right? I had guys that we dropped off on the roof, and when they would run off the helipad, they would despawn. And then I would have them respawn in at the bottom of the tower after like a minute, and they would run out to a point and pop smoke. Which I'm gonna try and set that up on here. All right, I'm back in business.
well, I'm gonna try a different location because there is a flat spot that I think that they will be fine on. Yeah, so let's see. I think there's enough space for the Black Hawk, so
Thanks, Otang.
we'll find out.
Hola, niño. I'm sorry for coughing in the fucking mic. I don't normally stream like this. And I'm high.
Oh yeah, so they're on the roof now.
Perfect.
So on the northern side of the building, there's a flat spot, and I'm actually looking at a door, which I would assume to be entrance to the house. So
All right, so I'm looking at it
technically,
bird's eye view from sat view.
so here, if
I can't watch yours.
okay, so let me go back to Mission Maker, and I think I can tell you where it is. So you have the T that you were talking about.
Yep.
That's up against the building. Let me get into it. And
I saw where you were landed when I looked earlier. The first time.
So it's to the that little ledge, probably not the best idea. So in Mission Maker, it's going to be to the north side. Not the small square, but the one that's more oblong that's got 2 orange things on the left and the right. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So it'd be the north side. That would be I believe a Chinook. Let's do this. Let's see if I can get a Chinook up there.
I'm just going to put some troops scattered across the top of the building and see who falls through.
Nobody was falling through. It's just so
Getting
I
out.
was too close to the edge of one of those things, so they.
Oh, they spawned in off the side of the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't fly. They didn't fall through like you're saying. It was just they basically spawned in a line in relation to where I was. The 2 closest to me were on the roof. The other 4 were on the bottom, on the ground.
I mean, worst case scenario is I can make them, to where they're there already. Like we're not transporting it, right?
Yeah.
Have them just spawn in, on the roof. But ideally, I want to spawn in. I want to drop them off on the roof and then have them despawn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's perfect. So we can put a team up there. We can put a team right there. The we'll have the Chinooks land further out. Well, what I might be doing is we're gonna make this multiple locations.
Well,
So
I'm about to see if I can get a Chinook in that little area.
yeah,
Now, if you
perfect.
can get a good Chinook pilot, he could just drop the tail. I'm
I
not one of those.
I told Showdown and Dognuts, I'm like, you guys start learning how to tactically land, like go practice, land on buildings and everything, and they're down. They're gonna work on it.
Oh, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah. So this would work. You could land right there and like that practice landing with just the back tires. Keep the front end up.
Yeah.
We'll try that.
Oh
Perfect.
God! I just hit the building.
All right, let me
I'm going down.
let me script this
What's
then.
up?
So we'll delete
Oh,
these guys. So tree removal's done. All right, so now I got to figure out. We'll do this. So I've got to arm this place a little bit because it's not gonna be empty. All right, so we're gonna do a joint operation. I'm gonna make some targets over here for the Hornets. What are we gonna do? Okay, let's see.
All right. Well, the good news is that spot that we were talking to the north side.
Yeah,
Yeah, a Chinook lands.
nice.
So yeah, you have plenty of space. Don't ask me to do it again because it probably won't happen.
Can you do it again?
Nope.
Dang it.
Let's see if I can do it in a little bird. I don't know if you've noticed, landing is not my strong suit in helicopters.
No, I know. I know. I know. All right, let's see. Do a little sandbag action. Oh, nope.
Hey,
What?
I'm trying to.
Trying to find your marbles. Wait, what? Striberman, what are you playing?
I'm in an F-15. I'm here, in Afghanistan. PVE map on the server. Just
Nice.
messing around with the F-15 BVR radar. Just making sure I know the IFFs because I forgot the key. Make sure I don't shoot none of our people down. Yeah, I need to work on my.
Anything good going on, gentlemen?
What's
No,
up?
just just
Anything
hanging
How
good
you
out.
going?
doing?
Oh, not too bad.
Just hanging
I
out
guess
and
that
making
depends.
mission.
What's your definition of good?
Doesn't sound like anybody's getting arrested.
Not yet.
Nah.
Not yet. Give it time.
No, I'm just I've been sitting here live streaming and I'm talking everybody through making a mission that I'm making.
Oh,
I'm just sitting here hanging out. So I've done the seed, I've done the strike, and I've done some half of a heal, or I've done one helo mission where it's Apaches and Kiowa. Now, and Ash is kind of testing stuff. I'm doing Saddam capture with helicopters and fixed wings.
Ah.
So I'm gonna have my idea is I'm putting AAA nest around the palace, and what we'll do is as we're coming in, once we're gonna have a flight of Hornets get eyes on the palace, and then as we get within a certain distance, we're gonna have the Hornets drop on all targets all at once. And as we're getting closer, so they should all hit as we're coming in. So that's what I'm working on now. I'm arming the palace. So let me get rid of that SRS. All right, so I made the little nest in your multi-selection tools, your friend, select, and then I control C, click on move. We'll do, let's see, we'll put another one right here. Turn this around.
I wish they had a better map areas. Jesus.
Yeah. One right there. Put one right here. This will be like when Gadget saved us. He dropped like 2,000-pound JDAMs on a village across from us. That was boom. Big boom. Big boom. Alright, so I got, those are all, oh, alright, here's what I forgot to do. So they don't freak out. You go under set options, turn off, disperse under fire. You gotta do it for all of them. That way they don't start running off when the bombs hit and you got stragglers, because this mission, the helos are dependent on these getting taken out. These will shred a helo, and so if they start hitting these guys and one of them runs off in the woods and is missing, and we fly in there, it kills us. That suck. So disperse under fire off. All right, so we got the palace protected. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a small response for the helicopters to battle. So I've got a template saved, combined forces red. You'll see foot insurgents 1. This is my little template. So it's about 10 guys right there. This is gonna be Palace Guards 4. So I'm gonna rename this Palace Ambush -1, or nope, not -1. So to get the unit names correct, I'm going to leave that blank, or just like that. I'm going to click on this again. I'm going to Control C, Control V, make a new one. This is titled correctly, and all your units are titled correctly. And we're going to delete that other one. So now I'm going to just take these guys. We're going to do late activation on them. I'm going to start moving these around, so you'll put your number 1 where you want it. So put that guy there, put one of these guys here, put a couple guys on the roof. Start positioning these guys. This is the tedious shit. Is just moving all these little dudes by hand. Put these at the front of the building. these guys over on this building just because. I'll put a little man pad right here, another little man pad right here. I wish we had a scripting to make cosmetic man pads and RPGs. You know, I
What do
know
you mean
it's so
cosmetic?
cosmetic. So like a man pad that it fires at you, but it goes across your nose and doesn't actually target you. It targets just in front of your nose, you know, to where it goes across and like you can defend and it doesn't actually kill you, right? You know, for a
Yeah.
little bit more like shock value and
Pizzazz.
immersion, right? You
Yeah.
know, I've it'd be I know it's not needed, but it would be kind of cool. So these guys I'm setting up for late activation. So they're late. These guys are going to spawn in when the helicopters fly over the palace. And so what we'll do is I'm going to make another trigger zone real quick. Crop that back down to 500. Let's see. So that's 4 meters. So that's not far. We'll even make it a little bit smaller. Let's just do 350. So we're going to name this Ambush 1, and Ambush 1. And so these guys are late activation. Now we're going to go over here and I placed Jolly Flight, didn't I? Oh no, I was making Jolly Flight when DCS crashed. So I need to go and make my flight first. We're gonna do. If you froze up again, no, come on. Okay, I was about to call it a jerk, like Striper Man says. All right, so we'll do Jolly Flight. This will be our Blackhawks. We'll place Jolly Flight down. Client. Take off parking hot. And so now I have my Jolly Flight, right? So I'm going to go over here, triggers, do a new event that will label this ambush 1. And you're going to do, these might not be the most efficient way or how people do things. This is the way I've done stuff, and a lot of this is self-taught versus, and watched some videos. In Flight Sim, he has some really good tutorials. All right, so part of group and zone, we're going to do Jolly Flight. I love this new little thing where you can type stuff in. You don't have to scroll everything. So Jolly Flight inside of Ambush Zone 1, or group, Jolly Flight Zone, Ambush 1. And we're going to do new action, and it's going to be group activate and ambush, Palace Ambush 1. So now when Jolly Flight flies into that trigger zone, it's going to activate those palace guards. So we'll fly in, and as soon as we cross into this zone right here, all these little dudes are going to spawn in and start shooting at us. But it gives your helicopters something to engage, and it doesn't down them. If these AK dudes take out a whole flight of helicopters, we're going to go back to helicopter school. If you have one single Apache, an Apache should be able to dispatch these guys right here pretty quickly. But we're going to up the ante a little bit. So now we're going to go over here, ground units, and this is going to be ambush QRF 1. Grab me a little bit of armor. Let's see, cord. We're going to place this guy about right here. So we're going to put a little technical right here, right? Set him to on road. Put him at 800 miles per hour. I'll just type in 800, then it defaults to whatever the fastest speed is. And we're going to give him a waypoint right here. We'll put him on late activation. All right, so now I'm going to do a daisy chained response to our actions over here. I'm going to put some technicals from different locations, and I'm going to have them start spawning in off of a trigger car. So I'll copy this one, Control C, Control V, and I'll put this guy right here. And then I'll Control V, put another one right here. And then I'm going to make sure I go and drag these somewhere. So there's that one's going to come through. So where'd this one go? So we'll put him right here. Let's see. We'll copy this one, Control C, Control V. Have him come this way. Or actually, we can stop him out here. And so there's 4 of them, right? So we're going to put these all on late activation. They're already on late activation. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. We're going to grab us another vehicle. We'll make it blue, ambush, QRF. And we're going to label this trigger car. And I'm going to go way, way somewhere. We're going to just go over here to Syria. Find a road. If I can find a road. I better not put it by that base. Striper Man will kill it. Alright. Here's a road out in the middle of nowhere. Straight road. Put your trigger car down. On road. We'll do 45 kilometers. And I'm just going to put a waypoint down here. Okay? So now we're going to make a little zone. And we're going to make this. We'll just do 100. And this is QRF Zone 1. I'm going to drag this right here. I'm going to Control C, Control V, Zone 2, Zone 3, Zone 4. Now we're going to make this late activation. So here's what's going to happen. When the Black Hawk flight, enters this trigger zone and spawns these guys in, it's going to spawn in this trigger car out here in the middle of nowhere. And this trigger car is going to start driving through these trigger zones. And each one of these zones it drives into is going to trigger one of those technicals. So now that we have the structure set up, we'll go back over here. We'll do new. And we'll do QRF1. New condition. And we're going to do part of group in zone. Trigger car. See, there's my ambush trigger car. And we're going to go right here, QRF zone 1. And we're going to do group activate. And this is going to be ambush QRF1. And then all we got to do is hit clone. Change this to 2. Go to here. And this to zone 2. And turn this to ambush QRF2. And that's it. And then you clone it again. This is what takes a little bit. And this is where you can really mess up if you don't label your shit right. Label it however you want to label it as long as you can understand it. But make sure when you're cloning these that you go, if something doesn't spawn in, it's usually because you messed up one of these. So this is 3, zone 3, group 3. One more time, we'll change this to 4, this to 4, and this to 4. So that's it. Now I'm going to animate this, and you guys can see it in real time. So to give me a game master, I'm going to take Jolly Flight. I'm going to make it AI, and I'm going to make it turning point. We'll do it for 5. We'll do it for, hold on, sorry.
What up, guys?
Give me 500 feet.
What's up?
What
What's
up?
up?
120. Sounds like dog.
Showdown.
Oh, Showdown. That's right. Okay.
What's up, Showdown?
The
What up?
voices. Okay. So we're just going to park him right here. I'm going to make him invisible so that the AAA don't shoot him down. This is just for testing. Invisible. I'm going to give him a waypoint through here. We'll just put them at 1,500 feet so you don't hit
Is anybody
nothing.
having issues pulling up Texas's stream?
I'm
Yeah, I had to jump on the video, the YouTube. I
let me see.
can't do it in
Okay.
Discord.
Is it working now?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Now it's working.
Can you hear me now?
All right. So that is now we got that AI. All right. So give him a second. All right. Everything should work. Ta-da. Got like 5 people watching. Thank y'all. Texas Fighter, what was a no?
Jodan, how'd it go with the kneeboard thing?
I never worked on it.
Okay.
I'm still working on dynamic spawns and the vehicles,
Is my
the
stream,
helicopters.
my YouTube stream still working, guys?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So here he goes. He's flying in. Don't turn. Where are you going, motherfucker? He's not gonna fly into the zone. I forgot to yeah, stand by. I'm retarded. So he's avoiding the triple A I forgot to make him not avoid it. All right, let's see. Stand by. Okay. Reaction to threat, set option. Reaction to threat, no reaction. All right, we'll put him a little closer. Da-da. So what'll happen is you'll see him fly in, and then you'll see the guys on the roof spawn in, and then what you'll start seeing is the technicals will start spawning in gradually. So here goes this. So there's the bad guys on the roof. Now you'll start seeing the technicals start popping up. Okay, thanks Texas Spider. All right, so zoom out a little bit. Okay, so that didn't work. What did I get wrong? So I did something wrong. The trigger card did not spawn. I forgot to spawn in the trigger car. Okay, so backtracking, we're going back to our triggers and actions. This is all set up properly, so I forgot to put the trigger car action. So we're going to go back to our ambush trigger, part of group and zone, Jolly Flight, ambush 1. You'll do group activate. So those are the palace guards. All we got to do is hit clone and then go down to the clone one and change it to the trigger car. So there it is, trigger car. So now that was my bad. I keep forgetting I need to remind myself to pull the delay. I can pull the delay out of my YouTube stream. It defaults to like a 20-second delay. All right. So we saw that part. Now we're going to see that there's the trigger car. And it didn't spawn in again. All right. Oh, did it now? Yep, there it goes. So it spawned in. So trigger car is starting to drive through the trigger zones now. You'll see 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's 1. And it kind of gives your guys a fighting chance. They don't all. Someone put their child in the freezer. This gives your guys, like your Apaches, a fighting chance. Like that one spawns in and starts shooting at them. They kill it pretty quickly. Then the next one, they don't all spawn in at one time and just shred the tail off one of the Apaches. If I'm an Apache in this situation, I'm going to be at like 1,200 feet
Request
in an
rejoin.
orbit, going in an orbit right here and shooting, like putting these guys at my 3 o'clock to like, or my like my 1, 2 o'clock off my nose and tagging these guys with guns. But if you stay in a circle and you stay high at like 1,200 feet and you keep moving, they really won't hit you. But if you start slowing down and then you get low and then you try and go in with a gun on them, they shoot you in the face and kill you. So all 4 of those spawned in. They're all driving over here. They'll all start shooting at the helicopters, and ideally your Apaches will sit there and gun those guys down. All right, so that's one of the ambushes. So now I need to do the ambush is done. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and hide all this stuff. Gets it out of the way. So you can even click on the statics and you can hide it all. And if you don't know how to re-see this stuff, for those of you that are super new, once you hide a group or anything and you need to see it, you can come down here, view unit list, show hidden units, and it'll all show them. And then you can do it. So if I'm mission making and say I'm done with the bad guy stuff here, I'll go ahead and hide all of it. That way I know I'm done with it, right? So let's just take a few seconds or a few
Contact.
minutes. Oh, don't do late activation.
Ready for contact.
And since I'm usually on green stuff, I need to go and see if I messed something up. So show hidden units. Let me go make sure I didn't hit late activation. I did. See, I messed up. I clicked on these and I hit late activation. You don't want to do that. I remember, checked. All right, show hidden units off. We'll go through and finish these real quick. So next I'm going to set up the troop transports. And then I'll set up the troop transports. I'll show you how I despawn them, and then we'll respawn them back in on the ground and have them pop smoke for them to be picked up. Sounds like Striper Man's tanking.
Yeah, huh? Woohoo. I don't know what's is it Arco that's the here we go.
Yeah.
Trying to tank.
So I'll get all these hidden. See, I'm such short-term memory. Did I already do the same thing? Nope, I did. I'm good. Short-term memory. Zones as well. Zones have the same thing. You can click hidden on zones, and then you go here, view trigger zone list, and you can show all, hide all. That way, if you hide your zones, you need to re-see them. Same thing, same concept. Why are you not? Oh, there we go. All right, so hide these guys. So hidden on map, planner, MFD, that won't even show up like when you hop on the server and in the briefing, it won't show you what the threats are. So guys there's a little bit more surprise. They don't see the 5 SA5s that I've hidden. I think we're long overdue for a doomsday device inside of a mission. All right, so that is done. Let me go ahead and hide these real quick. And see, that's kind of a lot right there. If we have a couple Blackhawks, a couple and a Chinook, or one Blackhawk, one Chinook, and one Apache, or two Apaches, that's enough. Like those guys on the ground with the AKs, these 4 technicals, that's enough without being overpowering and just blowing your cast support out of the water, out of the air. 2 Apaches can smoke those 4 technicals, and then the Blackhawks can handle the guys on the roof. All right, so now we're going to do troop transports. We're going to turn Jolly here back to a client. We're going to delete his waypoint. We're going to put him back at Altaj. We're going to work on his loadout real quick. So parking hot. We're going to go ahead and lower him down to about 70% fuel. Like Ash, we flew the whole mission last night, and I still had 4,000 pounds left.
Well, I dropped down to what? I think like 75%.
Yeah. So
And that was actually just the right amount because I was just over 600 when we landed.
So we'll do the half 229 HEs. I like to do the 30 mic. Oh, sorry. That's a fun setup. I'm not even gonna put the door gunners on. I didn't get mine to work last night.
So, like I said, Tech, what I do, so this is
Put them forward.
Yeah, I put them forward, and then so the loadout that I like to do is I'll use the 30 mics first, and then I'll switch over to rockets, and then switch over to the door gunners or door guns. It just allows me to stay on station a little bit longer. And there's 7.62, or is it 7.62 or 30 millimeter, or 30 caliber miniguns.
Yeah.
Still do some damage. So that's my loadout. That's my preferred loadout. But I mean,
That's not just what I did. I got him. Got it. Got it.
because on the Nevada range down by Boulder, was it Boulder City?
Right.
That loadout can knock out almost an entire area without having to rearm.
Let's see. We're gonna go to here. So we're gonna ingress from there. This will be our ingress point. So in the Blackhawk, so last night, especially when we're doing troop drops and your lead, and this may be wrong, but I kind of was thinking about this. When we are coming in, we need to make our approaches where we can make right-hand turns to come in on approach. And then when we take off,
Okay.
go into right-hand orbits. That way you're on the pilot side and you can see as you're turning in. I don't know how it is for you. For me, if we're turning in and approaching stuff from the left, I can't see shit. Unless you're
Yeah, no,
switching seats.
No, I can't. I don't do that. But I just, it's probably not proper way to do it. But I
Yeah.
just kick a lot of right pedal, kick the tail end around, and just so I can see where I'm going.
Yeah.
Almost like a tactical turn.
I was worried about visibility, like coming in. I can come in if we circle in from the right, like you can see where you're landing. So it's kind of like downfield and almost like a right base to final approach, right? So
Yeah.
if our landing zone, we'll place the landing zone to the right of the helo, we'll pass it and we'll make a right hand bank into the LZ. That's what I'm
What's
trying to
weird-
set up for us.
Yeah, and what's
Or-
weird is I don't know why I prefer to turn to the left. I don't know why.
Well, when you pull out of the collective, it's easier to rotate it to the left. But also, like if you go into a right-hand orbit and you get lower the collective quite a bit, the aircraft will spin in a clockwise orbit as you point the nose. Like you could see me. I don't know if you can see me last night. Like I'm almost flying sideways, pirouetting almost, but I'm flat. It's easier to go in a right then in the left. You come out of the collective, you know, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I'm also
Yeah.
a little stoned. Okay, back to work. So this is gonna be the LZ landing zone 1, 0 feet. So I'm making the waypoints now, and then I'm gonna put the troops down and start doing. You don't need any special scripting. You don't need CTLD or anything like that. It's just all vanilla minus mods. So we're going to do a group of infantry. This will be SOF Team 1. Infantry. I like to do Blue Coalition for like the Special Forces guy. Do the Infantry M4 Georgia. They look a little bit better, I think. So like we see these guys. Let's see. Yeah, I mean that looks a little bit different, better than what is the US one is. The football player.
The F-15 up here.
The football player with the shoulder pads. All
I
right.
got somebody locked.
So he's on excellent. Let's do this. We'll keep it simple. So these guys will be down here. Put them on the road. So do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, for space saving, we're just going to do 4. So we'll do 8 total. 2 Blackhawks. Alright, so I'm going to line these guys up a little bit. So this is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to go on here. We're going to do advanced waypoint actions. The first spawn point, we're going to perform command. Immortal. This is important. If these guys especially are going to trigger things, you want these immortal in case someone runs them over with the helicopter blades in the beginning of the mission. And then we're going to do add. We're going to go up perform task. We're going to do embark transport DAP. So now I'm going to give these guys a waypoint though. So click add waypoint. Go down here to the palace. Sat view. And I'm going to just put them right here. So just drag that right here to the edge of this building. And so ideally that Blackhawk will land right here. Or, well, shit. Hold on. I think they get out on the right. So Blackhawk will, oh, so okay. If we come in from this way, we land right here, let the guys out. They'll go right here. All right. So now on the Blackhawk waypoint, Jolly Flight, add. We're going to perform task, disembarking. Oh, sorry, I've messed up. So we're going to go to waypoint 0, spawn point first. We're going to add a task, perform task, embarking. There's SOF Team 1, add. So that way the pilot now, when he spawns in, he can go to comms menu, airborne troops, embarking, and he'll see SOF Team 1. And then we're going to go down here to waypoint 2, which is LZ1. We're disembarking, so let me clear that. You'll add, perform task, disembarking, add SOF Team 1. Now, same thing, when he gets here and lands, comms menu, airborne troops, disembarking, SOF Team 1. So now I'm going to duplicate that. We'll go ahead and do one more team. Control C, Control V. And so what I'm going to do though now is now I've got sealed SOF Team 2. I'm going to make sure I come over here, embark to transport. I'm going to delete it. And I'm going to just redo it. Don't ask questions. Just do embark to transport, DAP. So now these guys aren't going to move, but if you move them, you got to move the little carrot for the embarking spot. And I've learned if you don't get it perfect, these guys move, and sometimes they
Good
over move
flyer
and
that was.
start wandering off. So just delete it, redo it. Now we've got to go back to the Black Hawk,
Yeah, you got it.
and I've got to go back to embarking, edit, and you're going to add as team 2 on the spawn point, and then we go back to waypoint 2, disembarking, edit, same thing, team 2, add, so there you go. So now we just need to add a waypoint home for the Blackhawks. So go to the last waypoint, add right here, landing, home, and that's it. So, oops. So now the Jolly Flight is done for now, and that would be simple. Drop, go. Now, if we're going to do a little bit more, and we're going to make these guys disappear, they're going to go inside the building, technically, and then we'll have them come out of the building and exfil to a pickup zone and pop smoke. So what we're going to do now, sat view so I can see the building, we're going to make another trigger zone, and we'll do SOF off, or however you want to label it. And I'm going to make this very small, 50. I'm going to go ahead and make it quad point, edit, and I'm going to put it, kind of line it up symmetrically right here. And here's what we're going to do now. Now I'm going to do triggers and actions, new event.
I lost you.
On what?
Sorry, ignore me.
Oh, no worries. Okay. All right, so we're going to do new event, SOFD spawn. We're going to do new condition, part of group in zone, SOF team 1. This is going to be SOF off. So group is SOF team 1, zone is SOF off, and then we're going to do new action. You're going to do group deactivate, and we're going to do SOF team 1. And now we're going to do clone that again. So now we go over here and we're going to switch this to team 2. Team 2. All right. So what'll happen is when me and or Ash or whoever, when they drop that team off on the roof, essentially the team's going to run into this trigger zone, and when the guy one of them gets in there, which gives you a higher probability of working, instead of all units in zone, you do part of group in zone. That way all you need is one to get in that zone, and it despawns those two teams. They're done, they're gone. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move this little dude. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place another team 3, SOF team 3. Put 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to move these guys a little closer. I'm going to put them late activation. We'll go down here. I'm going to just, oops, hold on. I'm going to give them a waypoint, add waypoint. We'll put it out here. We'll just make them fly out here, right here. So let me get these guys in order real quick. This is 2, 3, 4. I don't mess with any of these for your best chances of it working on multiplayer. I'd leave this on off-road. It's dumb. They run in a single file line, but it's your best course of minimal risk of shit not working. So I just leave them right there. So these guys are late activation. They've got a clear waypoint here, and on this waypoint, we're going to go in advanced waypoints, add, perform task, embark to transport. And we're going to do UH60. So these guys are late activated. They're going to run out here and we're going to make them pop smoke. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little new trigger zone. Just set it down to 1. That's all you need. And this is going to be SOF pop smoke. Oops, I can't spell. We'll make that a little bit oh shoot. So we'll make this a little bit bigger. And we're going to do triggers and actions. We'll do SOF pop smoke. We'll do part of group in zone. It'll be SOF3 pop smoke. SOF pop smoke zone. And then you're going to go to actions and we're going to look up smoke. And smoke marker. Smoke marker. That's all you need. We're going to do zone. So you pick the zone. This is going to produce smoke on that marker, that zone that we put down. You don't have to use a unit. You don't have to, like I would put a tire down sometimes, static unit. This will put it on wherever you place that zone. We'll do color green, altitude. So this changes the altitude of where the smoke starts at. If you put it at 10, the bottom of the smoke where it starts will be like 10 feet off the ground. Just leave it at 1. Don't need a name. So now what we'll see, one thing I got to do is, sorry, I'm backtracking, guys. Add on the spawn point, we got to go back and we're going to perform command, immortal, invisible. You want these guys to be immortal, invisible, and you want to set option, rules of engagement, weapon hold. Then you also want to do, nope, that's it. So these guys are extracting. You don't want them to get killed. You don't want them to be seen by the bad guys. You don't want them stopping and shooting at the bad guys. They're a trigger dependent group. You want them to run here, here, here for extract. So now we're going to hit play. And if I did it right, we should see them run out into that zone and pop smoke.
Cool.
Uh,
Hey, after this text, can you take a couple minutes and show me how to do the kneeboard thing?
yes.
If I pop a stream.
Yes. So, well, the kneeboard's not hard at all. I can actually talk you through that right. Let me do this and I can talk you through it. It's super easy now that I'm on the laptop. But
Okay.
go ahead and, or just stand by. Let me do this real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. Do your thing and
Because the kneeboard takes me like 2 minutes to. You just need to know how to put them into the.
I can get it to become a zip file, but then it won't let me turn it from a zip back to a Ms.
That's weird. Are you on Windows 10?
11.
What does it say?
A second. So I've got the folders, got kneeboard, then images, then all. And then for missions, it's this one.
Hang on.
Mission Joe's.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Stand by.
Yeah, you're good. So Joe, you fix a bunch of dynamic spawns.
I had them fixed and then they're broke again.
Okay, so you have your main folder on your desktop should be kneeboards, and then images
Yep.
inside of it, and then inside of that one all. And you pull up your missions folder, right click,
Yeah, I
rename.
got a stream going.
Okay.
Yep.
I can't see it right now. Okay, hold on, let me look. All right, so find your mission, rename it.
Yep, it's this bottom one.
I can't read it. And so is it renamed to zip.zip?
Just literally rename it .zip.
So yeah, just back that and just put, instead of .miz, put .zip. Sorry guys, let me get him knocked out on this real quick.
Okay, there's zip.
Okay, so now right click and open. Just nope, not that. Close that. Nope, just there. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Just hit minimize. Oh no, it's not good. Shit.
Freaking out.
All right,
Oh.
so right click and it does it say open
Compress to zip?
No, go up, open, just hold on. I don't think you did it right because it should turn into a zip folder. So
yeah, if I do it this way, I can go like this, compress to zip,
no,
and here's a zip.
no, that's not it. So undo that. Or wait, right click and open that.
Yep.
No, that's not it. So exit, back out and undo
Delete
that.
one.
Yeah. All right. So what I want you to do is, you see, because I can't read the text on yours, you just need to back out, and it shouldn't say .miz anywhere, right? It should say like Operation Freedom .zip, and then hit enter. And is it still a text file?
It's still a Miz file.
Yeah, see, I don't know why y'all's, like, Shooter had the same issue. His doesn't do it. When I change the Miz file to zip file, it turns it into a zip folder, and then when I open it, I have all the files in there, and I drag and drop the kneeboard folder. I'll
Like
just
the
See,
have
that's like
subfolders.
do
that's
what?
like doing this way.
But see, you don't have the right information in here. That's not what you
But then
see.
that's
So
yeah.
look, let me show you on mine. Let me share. Is my screen still shared? Okay. So, can you guys see my desktop?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's kneeboards, right?
Yeah.
So, missions. So what I do now is I go right here, right like this. Rename. Oh wait, hold on. So I rename it ZIP, hit enter. It says file might change, the file extension might become unstable, unusable. Yes. And see, now it's a zip folder. I right click, open, and see, then I see this. I see I-10N, mission options, theater warehouses. Then I click on my kneeboard folder on my desktop, and I just drag and drop it in here. Images,
Mm-hmm.
all, there's my kneeboards. And then I just back out. I right click, rename. I change that back to MIZ. I hit enter. I hit yes. Bam.
Whoa. Okay.
And then they're in there already. So then when you do all instead of individual aircraft, it'll be in everybody's. But in that all folder, instead of doing all, you can name them the same air, like F-16, F-18. If you name them properly, like how they're structured in the root folders, they'll show up to individual aircraft. All right. So I'm back on this now. I've got these guys. Those guys would be triggered in, and now they're going to run out to the extraction zone. And we'll speed it up a little bit. just fair warning, when you're working aircraft like big, like formation flights or AI aircraft, when you fast forward and speed up the track when you're in mission editor and single player, it'll sometimes cause them to not work properly. All right, so there you go. The guys, they got in the zone, they popped smoke, they're there waiting for extract. So now how we're going to time this though. So put these guys, we're going to go ahead and double them. Control C, Control V. We don't need triggers for this group to pop smoke. And they're already going to embark out here. So there's that. Am I still good? Hold on. Okay. You guys still hear me, right? Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, yeah, I'm here.
All right. So now we've got to time this. So those are late activations. So essentially, I don't want them to wait like an hour to spawn in. So we're going to set it up for like a 1 minute. So what we'll do is I'm going to come up here. Let me get back into a comfortable position. Sorry. All right. I'm going to come back up here. I'm going to make another trigger car. Or actually, no, we're going to start clean. So ground unit, SOF caps, SOF trigger car. I'm going to put a new car right here on road. I'm going to just set a waypoint. So now what I'm going to look at is I want 1 minute right now. I know this isn't the most efficient way. There's other ways to do this. But these are kind of foolproof. Like you can use flags and time is more and all that. This is almost foolproof if you do your actions right. So 72 knots. So if we look, his start time is 18:0, 18:31, 18:44, 52, 1 minute. So this waypoint is 1 minute away. 1 minute. So now we're going to do a little trigger zone. SOF exfil. We'll do it down to 50. I'm going to actually make it 150. So I'm going to put this right there. I'm going to take his waypoint and put it down here. So he has to drive through it. And in fact, we're going to give him a couple extra waypoints for good measure. Since they don't like to, they got to see these things, right? The AI is looking for these waypoints. So back to spawn point, waypoint, waypoint, and then that's it. So this dude is late activation. Here's what we're going to do now. So that is SOF trigger car. So we're going to do part of group in zone, part of group in zone. So we do group deactivate. I'm going to set up a new one. So we'll do SOF exfil. We'll do part of group in zone. And this is going to be SOF team 1. And we're going to do SOF off. We're going to do group activate. And we're going to do trigger car. SOF trigger car. So now when the first team enters the zone to despawn, it's going to spawn in this trigger car. And now what we do is we're going to do SOF exfil again. We'll do part of group in zone. And we'll do trigger car. And we'll do SOF exfil. And then we're going to do group activate. SOF team 1 or team 3. clone right here, SOF team 4. So now when the team despawns on the roof, it'll spawn in this trigger car. He's going to drive for 1 minute, and after 1 minute, he's going to go into this trigger zone, and he's going to spawn team 3 and 4 at the base of the palace, and those are the ones that are going to run out to the exfil zone and pop smoke. Does that make sense? Like, it's pretty foolproof.
Yeah.
It's pretty foolproof. Here's how we're going to foolproof it even more. We're going to do backups. This is going to be backup SOF 1. And this is where I mean, this is, you got to think about shit like this. So what happens if me or whoever's flying with me, if we crash or DCS crashes with those guys on board, there's nothing you can do. The rest of the mission is kind of fucked. Like, these guys aren't going to spawn in if your helicopter DCS crashes on board with those guys on board, the trigger guys. So you need backups, and sometimes backup of backups. So we're going to do a backup now. So satellite view, I'm going to put these guys right here. Excellent. So this is backup special forces 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to pull back in. And what we're going to do is I'm going to do add, set option, perform task, or I'm sorry, no, delete. We'll do late activation. I'm going to give these guys a waypoint as well. So it's okay to drag the waypoint farther than they can run so that they'll run into the building. So I'm essentially putting these guys, they're already going to stay on the roof. These guys are just going to be backup. So if say my DCS crashes, I can respawn in the bird at the airfield, but I don't have the guys to pick up. And instead of picking them up at the airfield and trying to transport them again, you're going to put these guys right here, late activation, and we're just going to do one of them just for mission's sake. So one of these guys. So now we're going to do, let's see, what was it? Part of group activate 3 and 4. So we're going to go to here. We're going to clone this. And we're going to do, nope, never mind. Don't do that. Hold on. Stand by. So we're going to do, oh, sorry guys. The ADHD is kicking in. Trigger car. So we're going to do part of group in zone trigger car. Okay, so I'm going to clone this one. So this is our part of group in zone trigger car. We're going to change that to backup. Backup SOF in, SOF off triggers the trigger car. So now if we need the backup, these guys can spawn in on the roof. They'll run into this trigger zone and trigger the trigger car for these groups for exfil. But now we need to add a special option. So we're going to add a manual trigger for the Black Hawk pilots. So we'll do backup SOF, and we're going to do the first one. This is 2 actions, or two new events. And we'll go over here to actions. We leave conditions blank, and we're going to do radio item add for group. So you're looking at radio item add for group. Group is going to be Jolly Flight. Name is going to be backup SOF. Flag value 1. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do another one. And you're going to do backup SOF. We're going to do flag is true. Flag is true. Flag 1. Over here, you're going to do group activate. Group activate, and we're going to do SOF back. Uh-oh, is that me? Hello. I keep hearing Windows doing something in the background. Oh no, that's Showdown stream. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's me.
I I'm like, what is? I'm like, is something about to die? All right. So group activate. Oh wait. Yeah. Did I label that right? Back SOF1. Yeah. All right. Sorry guys, I'm a little ADHD. So that is, we're adding a radio item and manual trigger. So you're going to do one condition where radio item add for group, Jolly Flight, backup SOF, flag 1. You're going to make a second one. You're going to do flag is true, flag 1, group activate, back SOF1. So now when we get into the helicopter, we will see that manual option when we spawn into the Black Hawk. And I'm going to go see if it works. We can test this one. Anybody have any questions yet? All right, so UH-60 spawned in, F10, make sure everything's at the airfield. Oh, those guys are already going because I forgot to set them. Anyways, I can check this still. Parent menu, other, back at, yep. So they spawned in. And then they ran into the build. There we go. Perfect.
Nice.
So let's see, did that spawn in the trigger car? Yep. Trigger car spawned in. Oh wait, did it?
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me fix those real quick. So I gotta go set the other guys to late activation. Late.
Hey,
Late.
Jordan, I stripped those mods.
Okay.
I just downloaded that thing. So when I strip those mods, if it's saved in my mission folder, it's automatically saved when I hit apply.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Unless you open the mission again in Mission Editor.
Gotcha.
So every time you open it in Mission Editor, when you save it before you upload it, you have to strip the mods.
Okay.
All right, where did I? So flag is true, group. So I need to also despawn.
And then whenever you're done with some of this, can I send you this file so I can? Do you have a server that nobody's on right now?
Yes. Ash might be able to help you with that right now if he has a second. I'm not in the server room. I'm on the couch with the laptop.
Okay, yeah. Let me ask Ash if he can fire this up.
Ash, are you still in here?
No, he dropped down to blue.
Oh.
I'll drop down to blue real quick. grab him.
Okay. All right, so deactivate. So let's see if this works. So I'm hoping that the backup will run into the zone, trigger the car, and then despawn themselves so that they're not on the roof. And then if the trigger car works, it'll drive and then spawn in the backup guys to exfil. Let's see. I've got to get back in the DAP. All right, let's make sure nothing spawned in. All right, cool. So nothing spawned in. Trigger car's not spawned in. Let me go to my little tower. Okay. So now guys might be able to see. So I'm in the Blackhawk still, but I'm in the view, outside view. So I've got the little menu popped up, parent menu, other, back SOF, backup. So there they are. They despawn. Did they spawn in the... Yeah, spawned in the trigger car. All right, perfect. So trigger car's alive. We'll speed it up a little bit. So essentially what we're simulating again is dropping guys off on the roof and then them making entrance to the building, right? And if you really want to get technical with it, I've done it to where, not on roofs, but I've had guys set up perimeters to where I didn't load troops and transport them, right? I had troops on the ground late activation, and I'd have 6 individual troop groups, 6 individual troops, not in a group though. And so I'd place one troop down next to the tire where we're going to land and simulate dropping off. And that first troop I'd put down, I'd give him waypoints to a outer edge of the compound. And then I'd do the next troop and give him individual waypoints to the other edge, the other corner, and the other corner, and so on, right? And so you land and you do the same thing. You go into your menu, drop troops. They would spawn in next to your helicopter if you landed in precisionally in the spot that you need to, and then they would run out and take guard positions, and then you would have 2 of them or 1 of them run to a gate, stay there for 30 seconds, and then run away from the gate to a waypoint. And when he would run to that waypoint, he would trigger an explosion at the gate, and then he would run back through the gate, and a couple of them would too, and they would despawn. And a timer, I'd time it, and then 1 minute they would respawn and run back out, and everybody would run out to exfil. That shit takes forever, and it's very easily doesn't work. Like, you're like, oh man, I've got everything done. It works right, works right, works right. And then you change the temperature on the map, and then it quits working right, and they don't know what to do. It's a little frustrating. But that's how far you can get into the scripting with this stuff. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. I'm going to have to time that. I think that's been over a minute. Unless it didn't work. I don't think it worked. Yeah. All right. Back to the back to the back to the triggers on that. All right. So that ambush was on. So this is what, team 3 and 4. Okay. So all right. So that's what I get. I was not paying attention. Okay. So yes, SOF trigger car, SOF exfil. So let's see. SOF team 1 trigger car. Okay. SOF trigger car, SOF exfil, group activate team. Okay. Let me move this guy then and just put him a little bit closer. So I'm going to mark this on the map. All right. That should work. I don't see where I messed up. Oh, I'm in here by myself. Oh, what? You're still in here. All right. Let's see. All right, so there's that. There's the trigger car. All right, they're not working, or are they getting shot? Let's see. No. All right. So that's not working. Late activation SOF3. All right. Part of group. Oh, that's what I did wrong. Wait, no, did I? Off. Trigger car. Okay. SOF trigger car. SOF exfil. Team 3 and 4. Well, it's set up correctly. Okay, so let's do this. I'm just going to redo it. So we'll do that. So part of group end zone. Let's do trigger car in SOF exfil. Group activate team 3, team 4. Okay, so let's see. Part of group end zone off trigger car. Okay. Wait. Okay, yeah, that too. Yeah, that's the original. Okay. I get this working, and then probably, if I can get this working, then I'm probably going to call it a night. There we go. Perfect. There we go. So that makes the original troops that we load out can trigger in everything, and then now we have a backup. Let's see, where was it? Where was it? Oh, there you go. There's the yeah. All right. So that's the plan. Ideally, oh, now we got to wrap up. So we'll just wrap up. I need the Hornets now. So here's what we'll do for the Hornets. So you got to have a flight to take out these AAA. So over here at Al Tac, actually, we'll put them further out. We'll go to Al Assad. We'll do Joker flight. Let's see, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? F-18, client, parking hot, do operational comms 260, down and do Joker. All right. All right, leave them slicked out for now. All right, we're going to give them waypoints. So we'll do ground attack, add waypoints, put the, let's see, put a waypoint here, let me edit real quick. So we've got, there's where we need them to strike, about, we'll have them ingress from up here. We'll do 22 miles. So I'm going to have them hold or stage. They're going to stage out here. That way they're about 20 miles out. Now we're going to go do waypointed precision waypoints on each nest. Because fictionally, you'll have your group will have intel. These will be target packages. They're not searching. It's a precision target. You need them to come in and hit them with JDAMs. So we'll zero out the waypoint. So very important when you're putting waypoints on targets for flights, make sure you zero out the waypoints, zero out the altitude. And this is target 1. Oops. Target 2. Target 3. Target 4. And then we'll have these guys exfilling and have them heading out. Exfil, approach. Then we'll let them go land right here, have a close by base. R and R. Alright, so leave that for now. We'll make that a 2-ship flight. So I'll probably move these guys closer. put these guys over here at Balad, and I'm going to put a tanker up, so instead of having them fly in, they can go and fly up to the tanker and tank over here. So we're going to put, we'll do a little save. Alright, we'll actually put a tanker up right here. So let's see. Do Arco West. 1. Do 250. Tack in. Do 12x. B for the Hornets. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and do the Vipers Air Force first. 250. Arco. So again, when I put assets down like tankers, I label everything out, put the channel, the tack in, and the group name. And if someone is on the F10 map and they don't have the information for whatever reason, when you click on the unit on the F10 map, the little box will pop up and it'll show you the group name. And your group name will have your channel and your tack in information that they can see. It's useful sometimes. Alright, so tack in 12 X-ray Arco. That is on. Delete that. I go ahead and I go into command invisible up, command immortal up, and then unlimited fuel. Unlimited fuel works on AI for the most part. It has to be in the #1 spot. It has to be first. Alright, so that's all set for that. The spawn point. So make it orbit, give it waypoint 1. So this is the Air Force. I make them high and fast. We'll do 27K. 0.80 Mach. Alright, waypoint 2. So we'll go back, edit, waypoint 1. You're going to go down here and do perform task, orbit, racetrack. You can do anchored. It'll give you more options to do different orbits. It works. Sometimes it's a little glitchy. You can also, the simple way is just do racetrack 483, 483. And so we're going to give this guy some distance. Let's see, this is 50 miles. Hold on, where's my, alright. So there's my SAMs. So we might want to move this. We'll keep it up here. Give it about a 35-mile orbit. Alright, so that's the Air Force boom tanker. So that one's set. Also, forgot to add one under advanced add. You're going to do set option, reaction to threat, no reaction. He'll ignore the search radars and everything, and he'll just keep tanking. If you don't do no reaction to threat, depending on sometimes they'll fly into these or closer, and they start getting painted. They're gonna close up shop and defend or whatever. All right, so we're gonna do that. Now we're gonna go ahead and we'll do another. This is gonna be for the naval guys. Shell west or east or no? Did I really do that? Hold on. Yeah, I'm retarded. Sorry, guys. east. I don't know my directions. Alright, so now we'll do the naval tanker. Two 5.50. Tack in. I'll do 2 X-ray. $20K. We'll do 22,000.78. We'll do 7.5. We'll slow them down a little bit for the potatoes. 255.50 shell. Alright. 8.1, 2. Alright, so back to this. Set up all your stuff. Go in, turn on the tack in. 2 X-ray. Alright, delete formation, swap sides. Leave this stuff alone. We'll do perform command. Invisible up. Immortal up. Unlimited fuel up. Option reaction to a threat on. Off, no reaction. Alright, so that tanker's set. So now we gotta go to the waypoint 1. Add your task. Orbit. Racetrack. 22,000 feet. 462 knots. So give 2 options. You can put your strike guys out further out, make them fly in, and then possibly tank, or you can make them fly close. And a lot of our guys will just, they like just taking off and going up to the tanker until it's time. So the Hornets, they'll take off, they'll go hit the tanker, we'll hang out, they'll refuel, and then when we get on site and ready, we'll call them in. They'll depart the tanker, they'll go to their staging point, and then they'll come in hot. They'll hit the AAA nest, and once those are all hit, we'll have the Apaches fly in like a little bit ahead. They'll fly in, secure the scene. Blackhawks will come in, land on the roof, drop guys off, and then what else I can do is, if I have the sign up and I can make it, I can add a Chinook part. We'll have one Chinook come and land probably right in here and drop off groups that'll go to these sites. Just have just guys, they'll get out, they'll run over here into formation, and then they'll hang out. Set them up on timers to where they'll stay there for and hold for a little bit, and then when everything clicks off and these guys exfil, they'll all head out. We can extract everybody and then we head out. I'm not going to go into that tonight, but what we'll do is I'll save this mission, and then when I come back to it, I'll stream again and we'll add the Chinook parts. And then I think that's kind of it. There's not much left to add on this simple mission. Feel free to join the Discord. Link is in my channel description. When we get done with this, I'll just post this in the mission zone. I'll post the MIS file. People can download it if you want to run it or use it, dissect it, whatever you want to do. I'm going to try and start posting some of this stuff in our mission zone. Thanks for watching the stream. Catch you guys probably fly one night this week, but thanks for watching.